Why so against selling things? Because I don't understand how I can't get this point across. And I started playing video games in the 90s. And in the 90s, and I played MMOs. And in the 90s, when somebody had a really good dragon or some really sick armor, yeah, the 1890s, okay? Really sick armor, you would ask the question, how do I get that? Where do I go in game to get that? Now you go and buy it. There's no achievements in the game anymore. There's no... Nothing means anything. There's no discovery. There's no... It's not about a grind. Like, grind has a negative connotation towards, like, for it. There's no achievements in the game. Like, part of playing a video game is achieving something and being proud of it, right? And showing that off. It's not putting down other people for not having it. It's like, I did this and I'm proud of it. Yeah, you don't get the sense of accomplishment when you buy a spaceship. Okay? And the thing that people don't understand is that when you open up the door for people to buy these items, the people who want that sense of achievement is hindered greatly by the fact that somebody else has purchased the same thing. Right? The real world kind of isn't very fun sometimes, right? You work hard, and you don't always get the reward. In video games, typically, if you work hard, you always get the reward, and you feel the achievement, and it feels great. And then when your reward doesn't mean anything because somebody just had more money in real life than you, more disposable income, it kind of sucks. And I will never vibe with the argument of, well, I don't have time, so I deserve these things. All we do is have time in an MMO. MMOs don't end. You have just as much time as everybody else until you die, right? Until literal death, you have time. I might get it first because I have no life, and you might get it second because you do. But I don't understand how it's my problem that you have 4 kids, 2 dogs, and 2 jobs. Why are we making the game worse because your IRL life sucks? I don't understand that. Why isn't the goal to make the game as good as possible? And that's because of revenue. Obviously, it's a company that needs to make money, so they're going to implement these things. But the people who... And Star Citizen has basically put that system in with the ships. So, okay, you put your system in with the ships. People are buying ships. The 890 jump is no longer an achievement at all. Right? That's fine. That's gone. So now they're putting in systems for players like myself who want achievements that mean something in the video game exclusively. Because an 890 jump is a status symbol, but it's not a status symbol in the game, right? And maybe status symbol isn't the right word, because it's not about flaunting your status. It's just about feeling a sense of achievement. And again, I'll go all the way back to I want what that guy has. In real life, most of us can't drive a Bentley or a Ferrari. And if you work really hard in your life, no matter what, you probably won't get to drive that Bentley or a Ferrari. But in a video game, you get to look at that guy that's driving a Bentley or a Ferrari, that version in your video game. You get to ask how to do it. You get to look up a YouTube guide on how to get it, and you can get it. right? It just takes a little bit of time. It takes a little bit of skill. You can get that thing. And I think that's why people were so upset with the platinum tickets is they couldn't, right? It was a system that took that away from them because you needed this incredibly organized thing. And that's its own thing and is special in its own way. And those systems need to exist in the game as well. But this is what separates video games from real life. And a lot of people in the Star Citizen community, when I make this argument, and all of them are concierge backers that seem to be making this argument, can't separate the real life grind from a video game grind and why they're different and why they're really, really, really important to be different, right? So that's why I don't want, that's why I'm so against selling things in the game. Keep it to cosmetics. Keep your selling away from my progression. You've already taken enough away with selling ships. It's what got you $600 million. It's what got us to this CitizenCon. It's what got us to all these things today. But keep that away from everything that you shared this weekend, right? Keep it away from blueprints. Keep it away from legendary armor. Stay the fuck away. Because that's the difference between pay to win and playing a video game. Because winning represents so many different things in video games. So it's hard to people to all agree on what pay to win means. But you cannot ignore that progression in real life doesn't work the same way that progression in video games do. And when you bring in real life progression to your video game progression, it ruins everything. It ruins everything. Why not just stream to win? I don't know what that means. Okay. I don't know what that means, bro. So, I don't know what just happened. I just went on a rant for a really long time. I blacked out. Do we hate me or not at this point? I don't. Too biased? About what? I own a home. I'm a millennial that owns a home. I'm not biased. I have things that nobody in my life can have. Okay? Nobody. Many people will not achieve the things that I've achieved in my life. So, biased because I'm broke? Is that what you're trying to say? Well, I'm not broke. And I bought this house in 2011, so I'm fucking far from being broke. In terms of, like, my net worth. Right? Not mad at you, but share a different opinion. Not mad at you for sharing a different opinion. Okay? I will always respect your point of view, but I will never I know what I love about video games, and that is it. It's going the route of like, this super rare item is in the game. I got that super rare item. I achieved that thing. And maybe I show it off in my house or something. And every time I walk by it to go to my ship, I remember the moment of achieving it, right? Because achievement in video games feels different than achievement in real life. And that's all I want. And that's just for me. It's my opinion. It's not anything other than that. That's what I love about games. Well, what other people love about games is, the community and the camaraderie. And if you want to be the fucking 890 Jump Owners Club, but you have to be a certain concierge level to be in it, these are things that are literally in the game. You can't be in the 890 Jump Club if you didn't buy it for real money. Did you know that? That's the type of people we're dealing with here. That's the type of elitism. That's the type of people that are actively fighting against what I just talked about. This is not real life. This is a video game. And the thing is it's not even a status symbol. It's fucking $800. You could have put that on your credit card and paid it off for the last 2 years. It doesn't give you any status. Right? It doesn't mean anything. Like, the fuck? It's just like everything about that is so weird to me. I just can't comprehend that shit. And that's the stuff that I want out of my video game as much as possible. But at the same time, that's weird to me. But that group of people loves the game, supports the game, has their niche community or whatever, and they love each, like they're having a great time with each other, and they do their thing. And go do your thing, but don't take your thing and allow your thing to ruin my thing. Right? That's it. As long as you do your thing over there and you allow the game to still exist, I'm okay with that. Right? We can coexist in the same video game at the same time. It's just when they actively fight against progression systems and grinds and I don't have time for this, then you don't have time to be playing video games. Sorry. And again, it's an MMO. Time is endless. You're just going to get it later than I did. Sorry, bro. Why are you ruining a video game for somebody else because you made your own life choices? Like, fuck off, man. Play for an hour a night, play for 2 hours a night. I'll play for 8. And we should both be able to have fun. Yeah, like the fact that I have to defend, because dude, you can't even call Star Citizen pay to win. The argument is there is no winning. Everything I just talked about is the fact that there is winning. Winning is defined differently for everybody. You know?